middle. Dave?
Justin, I noticed during the pregame show, Matt Leinart did an interview with you. He asked you, do you have a chip on your shoulder? Do you play with a chip on your shoulder? And it kind of surprised me. You said, no, I don't play with a chip on my shoulder. Despite being such a big-time recruit, you did have some naysayers coming into the season. I was kind of surprised to hear that you don't play with a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be people that doubt you. So I mean, you just have to get used to it and just don't worry about the outside people. Just play your game. So I'm not really worried about what the outside people really have to say. I just go out there and play the hardest I can.
I know you're focused on the game right now, but as you reflect on the regular season you had personally, what goes through your mind?
I still have room to grow. That I still have room to improve. So I'm just going to focus on getting better each and every day.
Third row left. Dan from 11 Warriors.
Justin, I know you said last week you had to go through a lot of treatment during the week. Just what are the different things you have to do in terms of taking care of your knee and making sure that you're good to go on Saturday?
I just come in every morning, do different exercises with the trainers and just try to, I guess, ice it a lot and just do different exercises that help strengthen my quad and my knee to just get it back right to normal.
Is it something you think about at all when you're in the game or on the practice field, or do you kind of just block it out of your mind when you're out there?
And I think practice you have to kind of think about it more because it's not actually the game, but the game, when you're in the game, you can't really think about your knee. You just have to go out there and play your game.
Second row left. Steven from Cleveland.com.
Hey Justin, when you first met Garrett Wilson, like I guess what were those conversations like?
I don't even remember the first time I met Garrett, really. I don't know if it was like, yeah, I have no idea like when the first time I met him, but I mean, Garrett's always been a cool guy. He's always been a great football player, so I'm just happy to have him on the team.
He said like, we asked him a couple weeks ago, he said you guys met when you guys were moving in back in January, and that there was a moment where you guys were sitting in the back of his parents' car.
Oh yeah, that actually was the first time we met. Now I remember, but yeah, I just met his parents. Got a ride over to the stadium where I went to go eat with the freshmen. So just talking to him and his parents, I knew he was a great kid, raised by great people. So he was just fun to be around.
What did you guys talk about?
Nothing really. We were just making conversation, nothing specific.
Front row left. Mitch from the Associated Press.
Justin, when you were down on the field in the third quarter and not getting up, can you describe what was going through your mind? Did your life flash in front of your eyes, your football life?
No, I was just focused on getting off the field because my dad always told me when I got hurt as a kid playing football when I was younger, he just always told me to do whatever you can to get off the field. So I was really trying to get up and get off the field, but I couldn't walk. So I just stayed down and then talked to the trainers, and as time went on, the pain got less and less. So I knew I just had to throw on the bigger knee brace to go out there and finish the game.
But you didn't have any real idea when you were down how serious it was. Were you thinking, oh my gosh, is this the season?
Nah,
I mean,
I don't really.
You didn't have those thoughts?
Yeah, I don't really have like negative thoughts like that. I mean, I just was hoping I could get back on the field, and I knew how big the game was. So really, it was going to be kind of hard, like a big injury for me to not actually get back out there and play. So I really wasn't worried about the injury. I was just worried about getting back on the field as fast as possible.
Front row right. Austin from Letterman Row.
Justin, had you experimented with any of those other knee braces last week before the game? Did you have that big one on before?
I had the big one on for Tuesdays and Wednesday practice, and then I wore the one I started the game off with on Thursday, so I was just kind of getting used to those.
And this probably is just annoying to talk about knee braces, but like, do you think that that big one limits you in some way? Are you comfortable with it?
Yeah, it definitely limits you from running, but at the end of the day, you have to stay safe when you're behind the pocket, so it's kind of it's either you want to be limited or you want to be safe, so you kind of just have to know what's more important.
Front row left. Doug from Cleveland.com.
Justin, we're asking you all these questions, and you just seem to take it in stride that maybe you get hurt. That's just part of being an athlete, and you have to deal with it. Is that how you really think about it? That it's not that big a deal, and this is just what it means to be an elite athlete. That this is part of it.
I mean, I just go about life. Pretty much everything happens for a reason, and God has a plan. So when bad things happen in my life, I really don't stress over it. I just kind of go with the flow and just lean on God to help me out. So I don't really get sad or down about things. I mean, if I would have torn my ACL, I would be the same way right now. So that's just how I go about life in general, really.
And with what you guys have coming the rest of the season, it probably looks like that you'll play indoors the rest of the year.
Yeah.
This offense, how much do you feel like it might be built to be a team that could succeed offensively in great perfect conditions?
I don't really think that like the weather really affects our offense. Really, of course, if it may rain, we might have to run the ball a little bit more. If it may snow or different weather conditions, but I feel like the offense will pretty much be the same as it was at the beginning of the season or these past few weeks. Really, I don't think the indoor weather will really change our offense and how Coach Day calls the plays.
Front row right, Bill from the Dispatch.
Yeah, Justin, how is the knee now? And what are your thoughts on whether it might affect you this week?
Yeah, I mean it hurts right now, of course, but I'm just gonna try to get in the training room as much as possible and try to get back by Saturday.
Any concern it'll affect you on Saturday?
I mean, in my mind, I'm playing on Saturday, so I don't care how much it hurts. I'm playing whether it hurts or not, really. So.
Right next door, Joey from the Dispatch.
Do you think you'll have to wear the bigger brace, or do you not know yet?
I'm gonna wear it this week.
And just following up on some of the stuff about playing indoors, it seems like the wind and rain would make it much harder to pass on some of the deep ball stuff.
Mhm.
Does that have an effect? I mean,
Yeah, it definitely has an effect. I mean, I think the ball to Garrett Wilson, the deep post I threw this past weekend, I think the wind definitely affected that ball. So I'm just glad he was able to track it. But I think it slowed it down a little bit. So just being indoors, it'll definitely affect the ball. But again, I mean, both teams have to play with the conditions, so I'm not really worried about like the really conditions like that. Coach Day always says just handle it better than the other team does, and that's what we have to do every game.
what about that pass to Chris Olave? Kind of, I think it was like in the first quarter. Or first
I don't think it was
half.
windy on that drive. I think the wind was going with it, so the ball really didn't affect that ball. So.
Front row left, Nathan from Cleveland.com.
400th question about the brace, but you said it limits you as a runner. Do you feel like it provides maybe extra stability in passing as far as plant leg? Does it help you there at all?
It doesn't like. It just, I just feel more secure with it on, especially with my knee being as it is right now. But yeah, I definitely can't run as fast, and I definitely won't be able to be as mobile. So, but I know the most important thing is just being safe back there and just staying healthy. So, I'm not saying that I need to use my feet to win the game, but I just have to wear it just to keep my knee safe.
Brian Day has talked multiple times about being impressed with your toughness, but I think you said something after the game about the expectation he has as far as your toughness. Was there something, as you guys are getting to learn each other, get to know each other, did you feel like you had to kind of raise your level or show him something there? Or are you kind of trying to prove a toughness to your coach in some ways?
No, not really. I'm just really trying to prove it to my teammates. I mean, I think, and the coaches really, I just feel like everybody needs to know, and I just being a leader on this team, I feel like me showing the toughness, that'll bring out the toughness in them. So if they see me being tough, then that'll make the overall team better and be tough, and then we'll be better overall. So that's kind of why I do what I do, really.
Last couple of questions. Front row right, Tim from Letterman Row.
Yeah, just real quick, you're not, probably weren't aware of this, but I mean, a lot of people think that play, you come out of the tent with your new brace on, you go back in the game, and then you basically execute one of the more remarkable plays in Ohio State-Michigan game history. What was it like being in that moment, and as you look back on it, how remarkable was that play?
Looking back, like during it, I really didn't think of it as that much, but like actually looking back on it, it was definitely a remarkable play and a magical play. So, but actually, like after it happened, it really didn't hit me like that. It was the first play that I came back in. I was just got in the game and started playing football. So, but not till after the fact it happened. Until after the game was when I actually noticed like, wow, it was actually like the first play I was back in. So.
Yeah, and in postgame, the first time you guys played Wisconsin, you remember saying that you thought y'all could have scored 50 if the weather had been better.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still kind of stand by that? Obviously, this will be a different challenge. What is it that just really got going for you guys as that game went along?
I just think the energy we brought to the table, and then how well our defense was playing, and Chase of course went off that game. So just the creating turnovers, what Chase did, and the defense did, and I think the offense did a good job rolling that game.
Okay, final question. Third row right, Rob from the Dispatch.
Yeah, one more technical question about the knee. It affects your running, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't look like it affected your throwing in that game, but does it? I mean, it's a plant leg. Do you see anything? Is there any pain?
I don't think it affects throwing at all, to be honest with you. And then I mean, in the game, you can't really worry about what's on your body. You just have to kind of go out there and worry about scoring and putting points up on the board. So just having the stuff around, like knee brace or different shoulder brace or whatever, I don't think that affects playing. I mean, it might to a little extent, but at the end of the day, you have to go out there and make plays. So, and that's what I feel like our whole team has to do, really. So.
So you don't have to worry about throwing off the back leg or anything?
Nah.
Okay.
Great. Justin, thank you very much.
Thanks, Justin.